everyone, this is Vandana and you are watching 99.9 Engineering Station. So student, today I am going to share with you a most important interview question based on the humidification process, and these questions are very useful in the MTech and PhD admission interview test and also important for the industrial recruitment interviews. So this is my 13th episode of the interview question series, and till now if you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe it, otherwise you will not get any type of notification from my side. And one more important thing is that you have to follow me on Telegram, because in Telegram I used to post many important questions, numericals and PDF, short notes and many more things. So follow me there and subscribe my YouTube channel. So without wasting time, let's get started with the first questions on humidification, that is define absolute humidity, molar humidity, percent relative humidity, humid volume, saturation volume, humid heat and dew point. So there are so many definitions for defining these terms. So first we take the definition of the absolute humidity, that is it is the ratio of mass of water vapor upon mass of the dry air. I repeat, that is absolute humidity is the ratio of mass of water vapor to the mass of dry air. Next is molar humidity. It is the ratio of moles of water vapors to the moles of dry air. It is a moles of water vapor, ratio of moles of water vapors to the moles of dry air. The third one is percent humidity. Percent humidity is the ratio of humidity of air upon humidity of saturated air into 100. Humidity of air to the humidity of saturation air into 100. This is the percent humidity. Now come to the percent relative humidity, that is the ratio of the partial pressure of water vapor in air to the vapor pressure of water at the same temperature into 100. I repeat, that is it is the ratio of partial pressure of water vapor in air to the vapor pressure of water at same temperature. Now come to the next definition, that is humid volume. So humid volume is the summation of volume of unit volume of dry gas plus its associated vapor at the prevailing temperature and pressure. Next one is the saturation volume. Saturated volume is equal to, it is the summation of volume of the unit mass of dry air to the its associate vapors. It means it is the summation of volume of unit mass of dry air plus its associated vapor. The next one is the humid heat. So simply humid heat is the summation of heat required to rise the temperature of unit mass of dry air plus its associated vapor through 1 degree centigrade at constant pressure. Now come to the last definition, that is dew point. What is dew point? So simply it is the temperature at which the vapor air mixture is saturated when cooled at constant pressure out of contact with a liquid. I repeat, that is it is the temperature at which the vapor air mixture is saturated when cooled at constant pressure out of contact of liquid, and the temperature at which the first sign of the fog formation on cooling occurs. That point is called dew point. And one more thing is important is that the below dew point condensation continue when air is further cooled. So these are the simple point or basic point related to the dew point, and I have already defined all the terms related to the humidity. Now come to the next question, that is define adiabatic saturation temperature and the wet bulb temperature. Explain the difference between them. So we first talk about the adiabatic saturation temperature is the steady state temperature basically of the water or liquid being recirculated in a confined space through which air or gas is passed in a intimate contact with a water or liquid. So if the contact between the water liquid droplet and the air gas is kept long enough, the leaving air or gases is saturated at the adiabatic saturation temperature. So simply what I have said that when the adiabatic saturation temperature is basically a steady state temperature of the water or liquid, ठीक है, being circulated in a confined space, जो कि एक confined space में circulate होता है, through which the air or gas is passes in a intimate contact with the water और लिक्विड, जहाँ से एयर और गैस जो होता है वो कॉन्टैक्ट इंटीमेट कॉन्टैक्ट में आता है वाटर और लिक्विड के. और इफ़ द कॉन्टैक्ट बिटवीन द वाटर और लिक्विड ड्रॉपलेट एंड द एयर गैस इज़ केप्ट लॉन्ग एनफ, अगर उन दोनों का कॉन्टैक्ट लॉन्ग एनफ होता है तो क्या हो जाएगा, जो लिविंग गैस है वो सैचुरेटेड कहलाती है एट सैचुरेशन एट एडियाबैटिक सैचुरेशन टेम्परेचर. ठीक है, तो ये इसका डेफिनेशन हो गया. और वन मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इज़ दैट द एडियाबैटिक सैचुरेशन टेम्परेचर इज़ अ स्टेडी स्टेट equilibrium temperature attained when the large amount of water or liquid is contacted with the entire air or gas. बेसिकली लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ लिक्विड और वाटर कॉन्टैक्ट में आना चाहिए एंटायर गैस और लिक्विड के. ठीक है, तो ये हो गया. अब बात करते हैं हम वेट बल्ब टेम्परेचर की. तो बेसिकली द वेट बल्ब टेम्परेचर इज़ द स्टेडी स्टेट नॉन इक्विलिब्रियम टेम्परेचर reached when the small amount of water or liquid is contacted. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है कि स्टडी स्टेट तो है टेम्परेचर बट नॉन इक्विलिब्रियम टेम्परेचर है, मतलब इक्विलिब्रियम टेम्परेचर नहीं है. और साथ में व्हेन जब कंडीशन तब अगर होती है जब स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर, वहाँ पे वाटर की क्वांटिटी क्या थी, लार्ज थी, और यहाँ क्या स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर और लिक्विड इज़ कॉन्टैक्टेड विथ liquid gases. ठीक है, तो since the liquid is in small amount, the temperature and the enthalpy of air and gas remain unchanged. तो जो क्योंकि जो टेम्परेचर जो है वो स्मॉल, वो जो लिक्विड का कांटेक्ट है और लिक्विड जो है वो स्मॉल अमाउंट में है, तो उस वजह से क्या होता है, टेम्परेचर और एंथैल्पी जो होती है गैस की वो अनचेंज रहती है फॉर एडियाबैटिक सैचुरेशन केस. तो T और H जो है गया वो अनचेंज हो गया. और वन इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इज़ दैट व्हेन द सॉलिड सरफेस इज कवर्ड विद अ लिक्विड फिल्म दैट केप्ट इन द कॉन्टैक्ट विद एयर और गैस, liquid evaporation taking a latent heat of vaporization from the liquid film, lowering its temperature. ठीक है, the temperature driving force created between the liquid film and the surrounding air or gas, the latter being higher, makes heat to transfer to the film. So basically the vaporization process tends to lower the liquid temperature and heat transfer to the liquid from the surrounding air gas tends to increase the liquid temperature. In the ultimate, the liquid temperature attains in a constant value that is called wet bulb temperature. So this is all about the wet bulb temperature and adiabatic saturation temperature. Now come to the next question, that is what is psychrometric ratio. So basically psychrometric ratio is represented by the ratio of H upon small h upon M capital M air ky, H upon M air सफिक्स में M air ky. तो यहाँ पे जो H है वो हो गया हीट ट्रांसफ़र कोफिशिएंट और ky जो हो गया वो मास ट्रांसफ़र कोफिशिएंट हो गया. अब जो ये M है बेसिकली जो वो क्या है, मॉलिक्यूलर वेट ऑफ द एयर है. तो साइक्रोमेट्रिक रेशियो किसके बीच में रेशियो किसका रेशियो हो गया, हीट ट्रांसफ़र कोफिशिएंट और जो मॉलिक्यूलर वेट इनटू मास ट्रांसफ़र कोफिशिएंट का रेशियो हो गया। अब हम बात करें इफ़ वी टॉक अबाउट द फॉर एयर वाटर वेपर मिक्सचर, तो साइक्रोमेट्रिक रेशियो जो है जो वेरी करता है 0.96 से 1.005 पे। तो यहाँ पे जो विच इज़ क्लोज टू द जो ये जो रेशियो है विच इज़ क्लोज टू द ह्यूमिड हीट दैट इज़ CH। तो अगर हम बात करें साइक्रोमेट्रिक रेशियो इज़ द फंक्शन ऑफ हीट एंड द मास ट्रांसफ़र कोफिशिएंट, ये ट्रू है और फॉल्स है। तो ये बात सही है कि ये रेशियो किसका है, हीट और मास ट्रांसफ़र कोफिशिएंट के रेशियो है। तो ये बात ठीक होगी। अगर हम साइक्रोमेट्रिक रेशियो की एक और चीज़ें देखें तो जैसे साइक्रोमेट्रिक रेशियो ऑफ अ एयर वाटर वेपर मिक्सचर इज़ इक्वल टू द ह्यूमिड हीट ऑफ द मिक्सचर। मैंने आपको बताया कि साइक्रोमेट्रिक रेशियो कितना अप्रॉक्स माना जाता है 0.96 टू 1.005, जो कि ह्यूमिड हीट के बराबर होता है। ठीक, तो ये सारी चीज़ें इससे रिलेटेड हो गई। अब नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन आ जाता है जो कि है व्हाट इज़ वेट बल्ब डिप्रेशन। व्हाट इज़ वेट बल्ब डिप्रेशन? तो बेसिकली द डिफरेंस बिटवीन ड्राई बल्ब टेम्परेचर एंड द वेट बल्ब टेम्परेचर इज कॉल्ड वेट बल्ब टेम्परेचर डिप्रेशन. Okay, so I repeat my answer that difference between the dry bulb temperature and the wet bulb temperature is called the wet bulb depression. तो अगर हम बात करें बेसिकली तो wet bulb temperature of an air water vapor mixture is approximately equal to the adiabatic saturation temperature होता है. ठीक है, द वेट बल्ब टेम्परेचर ऑफ द एयर और वाटर वेपर मिक्सचर इज़ अप्रॉक्सीमेटली इक्वल टू द एडियाबेटिक सैचुरेशन टेम्परेचर के अप्रॉक्सीमेटली इक्वल होता है. तो ये सारी बातें होगी वेट बल्ब डिप्रेशन के बारे में. अब हम बात करते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, दैट इज़ अंडर विच कंडीशन what condition dehumidification is occur. The next question is that under what condition the dehumidification is take place. So dehumidification is take under the when the warm gas vapor mixture is contact with a cold liquid, so that the humidity of the bulb gas is more than that of the interface. So the diffusification is taking place. क्या होता है कि जब वार्म गैस वेपर मिक्सचर कांटेक्ट में आता है किसके, कोल्ड लिक्विड के साथ, सो द ह्यूमिडिटी ऑफ द बल्ब गैस इज़ मोर देन दी एट दैट द इंटरफेस, तब जो है डीह्यूमिडिफिकेशन टेक प्लेस होता है. तो यही जो कंडीशंस थी जो हो के डीह्यूमिडिफिकेशन को टेक प्लेस करने में हेल्प करती है. So the last question is, what are the different method used for humidification of compressed air or gases? ठीक है, तो first method is water spray. In this method, the main drawback of the method is that it put extremely high requirement on water purity. So the water that is not completely dry or ionized contains small amount of salt which deposit on the equipment as comparable amount of water evaporates. ठीक है, then the second method is use of packed bed. In this method, the water flow to the humidification column is much larger than the amount evaporated in the bed. Okay, so this promotes proper wetting of packing surface, which is essential for effective mass transfer. Since only water is evaporated into air, the impurity, for example the salt, remain in the liquid water and exist the column with a blow down from the water circuit. So these are the example for the use of the packed bed method. The third method is used of tubular humidifiers. In the tubular humidifiers is essentially a heat exchanger with hot waste gas flowing on the cell side and gas to be humidified flow counter current to the falling film of water, just like in a wetted wall column. The water film is evaporated into the gas mainly due to heat transfer from the hot waste gases flowing on the cell side. So, tubular humidifier have a compact design and are considered to operate efficiently. So, these are the three methods used for humidification of compressed air or gas. So, I have mentioned 6 questions about the humidification. So, all the questions are very important for the interviews purpose. So, please go through it at least once, and all the best for your interviews. And if one of the questions has come into your interview, so please mention me on my comment box. So, till now, if you have not subscribed it my channels, please subscribe it, share with your friend, and please like if you like my videos. Thank you and have a nice day.